Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a Fibble puzzle. This is Wordle, but there's a liar in every row. So maybe that first R shouldn't be green, but then should it be yellow or grey instead? Who knows? Or maybe the U, L, E or second R is lying instead. The only way to find out is to play. So it's auto-populated that first guess in this Fibble puzzle. So I am going to try erased, because I like to keep the yellow and green letters that they give me in the same positions to see if I can learn anything. And I have learned something. The R has changed colour, so it has to be lying on one of those rows, maybe both. But either way, it means that the E can't be lying on both rows. So the E is definitely in the word and not in the fourth position. So we've probably got an R, we've definitely got an E. So how about we try something like spire, because maybe the D is the one that's lying up here. Oh, that is interesting. So I'm currently assuming that the R is lying here, because it is actually fourth. The D is lying here and it's just not in the word. Let's assume that the I is lying, possibly because it should be green and possibly because it should be grey. But can I think of another word for works? That's the question. What else ends R-E that doesn't have an A or a U? So we can only use I and O. But it's not a chore, because we can't use the C if my other assumptions are correct. It could be there, T-H-E-R-E, with a duplicated E. I mean, that would be quite a horrible word. Anything with a duplicated letter in this game is quite tricky. I'm going to go for it just on the off chance that it's correct. Oh. What has this told us? Has it told us that this E is lying? Because it should be green? So it is actually an E-R-E ending? If it is an E-R-E ending, what on earth is the word? So maybe that can't be correct. Maybe that E is lying. But that means that the I can't be lying, because that E would have to be lying. Oh, gosh. I suppose if I'm right that those two E's are lying, then we don't actually have to have a duplicated E, do we? We just have the E in first or second position. We would have to use the I, so that's interesting. Because we're running out of places for the I, because it's not going to be last, is it? If that I is lying, then that E has to be lying. Which means that that E is true, which means it has to have an I, two E's and an R. That just feels very unlikely. So I think that I can't be lying. Which makes it, again, more likely that we're back in this situation where those two E's are lying. Oh, maybe this is the E that's lying. Because maybe there is just an E in third. So this E is lying because it should be yellow. This E is lying because it should be grey. And then we can try something like weird. Because again, I was assuming this D was lying because it should actually be grey, but maybe it should have been green. Oh, I spelled weird wrong, of course. It's E-I. Oh, these word games play havoc with your ability to spell, ironically. Okay, let's try fiery then. If I want an I-E-R. Alright, I got very lucky that it didn't accept weird because it was spelled wrong. So that saved me a guess. So I'm very happy to get that in 4. Even though I completely confused myself several times with the logic there. I made a few really wrong assumptions. Spire in particular really threw me off. So very happy to get that in 4. That was a bit tricky. Let me know if you were shouting fiery at your screen. And if you were, well done. That's the Fibble puzzle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.